cold one, guys and gals. We are attempting tonight to fire up this guy. Now, we cheated the most we could cheat. We got this carburetor off of eBay for 100 or 125, really cheap. I think it was $100 for some reason. But bought that there. We have actually like 30 bucks in this stinking thing. It's junk. Anyway, we just run it off 3/8 rubber line to a Edelbroken fuel pump that runs 7 psi, I think, max. And we're running off an MSD box. Now, I bought that used with the Holley Sniper system. They said they gave me everything. That was an untruth or two. Because I found out, like I always do the hard way, that this guy here is for a 58X system, not a 24, which that one is. Again, if you don't know which one you have, it has a gray connector down here at the starter, crank sensor. It also has a gray where it says crank. Kind of makes sense, right? The 24 has black and black. This system is so simple to wire in. You ground 2 wires, boom, boom, and you run a power. The rest is plug and play. That's it. That's all you have to do. I might run a vacuum pour. I don't know how. I really just want to start it and hear it, honestly. So we're going to see what happens. And hopefully this battery is charged up good enough that we can hear some thunder. You know? I would really love to hear some thunder coming out of it. We got some really nice gauges from O'Reilly's. And we wired in this switch real loosely. The fuel pump, we just took a gator clip and, you know, because we did have one of these go bad already. This is a 4 to 7 psi pump. You need at least 6, I believe, 6 to 7 for carbureted. And well, without further ado, kids, let's just see what we got. So I wired it in race car style. That's the start, of course. That's fuel pump. That's the only thing I'm running extra right now. So, do we have squirty? We have squirty. So, let's just, all clear. She fired. Huh. Wonder why it started and quit. I wonder if I got a wrong wire. I was afraid of that, so I hired in this guy right there. Now, and we have more stinking fuel leaks on this stupid, oh my gosh. This thing's killing me, dude. More fuel leaks, bro. I have fixed like fuel leaks there, now here, everywhere. Just do yourself a favor, make your own dual feed line. These ones they sell are craptastic. And I don't have enough in that stinking thing to crank it over. So, hopefully I have another one. I do have another one. Let's just see. Do you have any juice? You do have juice. Good for you. My little buddy. So, we're going to switch this guy out real quick. And hopefully, hear some thunder. Hopefully that's the MSD's problem, is that it needs more juices. You know what I mean? So, maybe we can... This thing has extremely short cables. I mean, extremely short cables, like ridiculous. Like, oh my gosh. Give me a second, kids, and let's just do this. Oh my gosh, this is annoying. There we go, there's that. Look how short these cables are, dude. Like, I think I'm gonna have to hold on to the darn box. Then, alright, something like that. Then hopefully we can fire in the hole. That battery is beyond dead, dude. Which is just awesome. Man. This was the goal. The good news is we have like oil pressures. So the motor lives. Oh my gosh, dude. Why? Alright, so I wonder. Let me try to see if I can't hook up the old battery charger thing here to get her crank volts or something. I don't know. And we'll come on back. That sound good? Alright. Well, I'm not sure what the heck's going on. I don't know if my battery's taking a poopy. I have no idea. It was firing up for like a second and then dying. And now it's not doing jack diddly. I switched the crank sensor, the cam sensor, the box. I wired in a different power because I thought maybe I blew this power to the relay, which it's supposed to be a 40 amp, but this still has power coming out of it, so that wasn't it. You're supposed to run at least a 30 amp. I ran a 25 for the power to the MSD boxes. I ran a 25 because I couldn't find a 30 amp fuse. It didn't pop it, and then I just ran it to this switch. Fuel pump's working. It's spraying fuel. So obviously I have no spark at all. It's not even aggravating. What the heck? And I seriously doubt all of the coils went bad. I just don't see that happening. But I mean, we have oil pressure, so like, whatever. The battery is completely dead. It's junk. Hashtag not happy with that guy right now. So I think we're going to clean up a little bit. The shop might need it just a skosh. So we're going to clean up, come back to this whenever that battery's charged in a year or two, and go at it again. You know what I mean? So we'll come back to this, and hopefully tomorrow, Friday, Thursday, whatever day, we can see what's going on. Now, you can hook up a computer to that MSD box down there, wherever I put it. And I believe you can. And see if it's got crank or not, I guess. I believe you can. There's a cable there. Yeah, you can plug that into a computer. However, I didn't download the stuff yet, so mine ain't gonna work just yet, which is fine. You know, it's just, what's that go to? So whatever. This guy here we're going to come back to, but you see this? This is why we're putting it on the engine run stand. That was a unknown pan from an unknown whatever. It's built slightly differently than that pan right there that we just finished on the 410,000 mile motor. But this was an unknown pan from an unknown person, unknowingly. So hopefully this pan is just great for what we need. I have faith. Oh, none. So hopefully, yeah, that'll be good for whatever purpose we need it for. I don't know if it's a loose filter, but it's around the oil filter area. So hopefully it's an oil filter, something not so difficult. That'd be great. And we'll figure it out. But we'll come back to this whenever that's all charged. So clean up tonight. We'll come back tomorrow to regroup. All right. Well, it was low voltage at, you know, the battery charger here. So we did just get it to pop off. I cleaned up 97% of the old mess there. So fuel pump, spark. Better hit some gas. Oh, don't make me a liar now. It really did just fire, I promise you. So that's what the issue is. It's low battery. So lo and behold, man, I forgot to look at the oil pressure. Wonder if we can get the fire again. Probably. Let's just see. We're gonna leave the fuel pressure running here. Woo! That's a spicy meatball. All right, maybe we'll shut down the fuel for a second. Oh, wrong one. Dang it! We just had her going. I don't know if I added too much juice or what. Anyway, now we got to figure out what in the frick is going on with it as far as why it won't keep running, I guess. Which kind of stinks. I mean, it's like 11 at night. I just want to keep going. So my guess is it's going to have to be at a certain voltage right there. Like quite a bit. Like you're going to have a really good strong battery. So I wonder if we just put it on like send it, if it helps. I don't know. I don't know. One more again. See, that darn battery. Okay, so we're good with knowing that the battery is the fault. So we're going to charge this mug like we was. I'm going to charge it at 40 amp for 10-15 minutes or whatever. But just know this, it does run finally, sort of ish. We want it running for longer. We don't know anything about this carburetor. We don't know anything about how it's set up as far as choke, where the throttle's at. I did unplug this because I thought maybe it had something to do with it. Probably nothing at all because I don't even have coolant in it. But anyway, so we're going to keep on fooling around with this guy and adjusting stuff that we don't know anything about. Because it just seems like that's the right thing to do. Right? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh. And if you want, you can get a $500 screwdriver. I'll sell that to you for 500 bucks. Yep. Or you can buy your own with an MSD box. Whatever you want. I mean, it's if you really want to waste that kind of money. Or I can just go ahead and give you the screwdriver for $500. Whatever you want. But we're going to keep fooling around with this thing. Once I get this thing idling, that's whenever I'll pop back and say, hey, guess what we found out? XYZ. We did hook up a vacuum line, by the way. This is supposed to advance and retard the timing, I guess. So whenever we do get it running for longer than 0.2 seconds, it should, like, you know, do gooder. You know what I mean? We're gonna hope for that. I mean, yeah. So whenever I get it going more gooder, we'll come back and do that. I might be wearing different attire because, like I say, it's like 11. Hello, phone, wake up. Oh, it's only 11:58. Dang it. So firing this up one more time before I go to bed might be, the neighbors might not like it, but one more time. Sorry, Tom. You're one of my favorite neighbors. You probably are my favorite neighbor. Just one more time, okay? All right, kids. Lesson 101 in learning for myself. Know what the frig you're doing, because I don't. I'm learning though. So on our LS, this is what we found out. This switch I had wired wrong. Actually, I didn't have it wired wrong. This switch and the relay could not handle the starter and the fuel pump all on the same circuit. You just want to hear it, don't you? Anyway, I'll just let you hear it. You ready? Fuel pump, spark. And we need more. Give it to it power, I guess. Do we pop a fuse? Nope, not yet. Hold on. Okay, we had it. What the heck happened here? We were doing so good. So good, boys. What happened? Did that switch fail? This guy? I don't know. See, we got a wiring, just what in the heck is going on down here kind of thing. By the wiring, this red wire is straight battery, so we temporarily hooked it. This is our key on, key off, aka the switch, and then it powers the relay. The blue goes to your load, which would be the MSD box. This yellow goes to this one, which is off this switch. So we should be, honestly, yeah, we should be good on all that. I don't know why. Let me figure it out. I was like 97% sure I found it because it started so good. Oh, it's so upsetting and so, I don't know. Hold on, hold on. It might just be carburetor stuff. I don't know, man. Like I say, I'm like brand newish to this stuff, so carburetor stuff again. Not brand newish, I'm just, I like fuel injections, is what I'm saying. Son of a biscuit. I think we might have a fuel pump issue. In the gas all the way? Might be too much in. Let's see if that made a difference. Come on, baby. Oops. All right, we're going to figure this out because we want this thing. Maybe that's a reset. Hold on a second. Let's. I don't hear a fuel pump. It is a quieter fuel pump, but darn it. We're going to have to figure that out because I saw our fuel pressure or oil pressure go up to at least 40 for that like 2 seconds it ran. So we do have pretty decent oil pressure. It's not great, but it'll work, you know what I mean? So I don't know. That's so strange. I mean, it fired, it ran, and then it like just stopped. I don't know. I think it is running. Maybe that, I don't know. I don't feel the motor running on this anymore. All right, so we got some meat and taters of her. We got it running-ish. We just have to figure out why it won't keep running. We got our vacuum hooked up to the back. I don't know. Let's just see something real quick. I want to not flick on the oil or the fuel pump. Definitely got fire that time. Too much gas. This is why I hate carburetors, guys. You can foul the plugs like you don't know what you're doing. I had carbureted cars in high school, don't get me wrong. I've built a lot of them, it's just I'm not a fan. I've gotten spoiled with the ways of non-carburetors. I don't know, man. This has kind of got me slightly agitated. It ran so stinking good, guys. It ran so good. Maybe I've got wires backwards still. That's why I've alligator clipped this, because I wasn't sure if it was the red and white wire that was constant and all this other. But according to this, the red wire is constant power. So that just means the other one has to be the key on, key off, right? So yeah, I don't know. Let me take another look at it. Maybe I can figure something out. I want this thing starting and like being instantly reliable on an engine stand. All right, give me a few minutes. I am still battling here, and I think what we have is a fuel issue. Maybe a fuel delivery issue, because it is running, I mean, rich. Look at that guy. I mean, he is, that's kind of rich. You know what I mean? Like Elon Musk. I'm just saying, it's rich. So maybe go back that guy a little bit. I'll leave that one be. I was watching a video and it said this guy over here, I think it's a turn and a half out. This one turn out, and that's how you start to tune. But I'm gonna tell you, man, it sounds so good for like the 5 seconds it runs. But I cannot keep it running. I don't know why. I put a fuel pressure regulator on it. We cranked her down to about 3.5 pounds of pressure. Guy I used to work with, he's my lifeline on all this, because I've not run a LS with a carburetor, period. So I'm like, hey, have you ever ran into this? He says, hey, try knocking down your fuel pressure a little bit. So he was right about the harness. He knows what he's talking about. And he's an old school carburetor guy. So he also said that these things do not like Holleys. I don't know. I don't know. He runs Edelbrokens, which are good carburetors. I did get a different battery rod. I got the regular 12 volt versus deep cycle, just because, you know, I like to party. And so far, man, I'm thinking this carburetor's had some work. It's got numbers written on it, which I'm guessing are jets. It says 65 and 80. Again, I'm not a Holley guy. I'm not a daggone carburetor guy. But let's just see if we can get it firing for like 5 seconds. The oil pressure got above 40, so we're happy with that. I know 40 cold's not excellent, but see, that's what I'm getting out of it. Actually, I got longer than that a minute ago, but, and I'm hoping that like maybe this somehow, with it being dialed down to 3.5, will do some magic. I don't know, but I mean, it's cleaner inside the carburetor on this side right here. That guy, not so much. That guy, yeah. I don't know. Like I say, man, I don't know. Might have to get an Edelbroken just to try it and see what's what. But what I have been doing is cycling the fuel pump enough to fill the bowls, hopefully. Now and what's probably going to happen is it's going to fire through the carburetor again. That actually fired. Maybe we're on to something. Maybe? I don't know. I know I'm trying. I know I'm trying. Can't never knock you for trying. So that's worked twice. Let's just see what happens. Now, I shut off the fuel pump. We'll give it a second. No, we won't. 1, 2. Now it'll pop through the carburetor probably. See, it just acts like it's 100% fuel type related. I don't have my fuel pressure gauge anymore. It was on the real cheap fuel rail that kept leaking. So I went to this guy, and this is a super cheap, super cheap, extremely budget, we're going to call it. That's why this hose here don't exactly match the rest. It is what it is. But we're sure our wiring is good now, I think. The only thing left would be to reverse the red wire and the white wire going to this relay. I'm almost there. I'm not going to kid you. Because I would love to hear this thing run and run constantly. And we're about to switch them just to see. I mean, I don't think anything too awful horrible could happen. We're fused. Like I said, you want that thing fused. I think we're going to switch that and just, you know, just see what happens. I don't know. I am so confused right now. But, you know, according to this guy, if this is going by colors, the red is the 12 volt to the relay. The red is the 12 volt to the relay. I know it's alligator clipped, but you know, I've been fighting with this thing for like 3 days now. I know it's simple wiring too. I'm not very good yet. So guys that are good with wiring, you're good. You know, guys like me, you might want to like study from somebody that knows what the heck they're doing. You know, I don't know. And it could be a loose wire. I mean, for all I know, it could be a crappy wire connection like this guy. I don't know. I really don't know. That runs something. I think that's fuel pump. Heck, I don't know, man. It's upsetting because I'd really, really love to just hear this sucker eat. Dang it. And I wish it would run constant. Like, I wish I could flick this. Now I'll pop through the carburetor. Called that one. Then it poops through the exhaust. So let's give it another one, make it really pop. I don't know. Dang it. But you see, I got smoke coming out of the exhaust, like white smoke. You know. And it's real rich in here. It's just what I want to do. Just scream. Because I want this thing to run so bad. I'm telling you. Now that was no pumps to the throttle, so let's just go. Let's go 3. Let's go for a big old fireball or something. Almost. Gosh, man. I really want this sucker to run idle and everything, and it's just not going to be tonight, I don't think. So we may come back tomorrow with an idle broken carburetor and try it again. So like part 12. Also, I don't know, this is sticking way up. I couldn't get the seat down in there, even though this is supposed to be the thing from, like, where did I get that from? It's supposed to be a fitting for your oil sending pressure stuff. I think I'm losing half my pressure because this thing barely fit in. And I didn't feel like stripping a whole bunch of brass in the engine. I'm old-fashioned. I just didn't feel like that was a good idea. So we didn't send it. So even getting 50 there, I kind of feel like it's actually more. Let me know what you think on that. I think it's actually more PSs of I. One more for the Gipper, man. Come on. Come on. Now that was a run. And I didn't look at the freaking oil pressure gauge a bit. Dang it. All right, we'll fill the bowl again. We're going to like play around for a little bit. I think it's like not midnight yet. And no, it's only 10:38. The neighbors, they'll get used to it, probably. I'm sorry, Tom. He's a really good neighbor. You know, I really want to just, Poopsican, man. I don't know, man. See, now it acts like it's out of fuel. I don't know. This darn thing. I'm just so... It's squirting some fuel, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's squirting all kinds of PSs of I. So, I don't know. Throttle diddly. Oh, we already hit it. Fire. And that's the usual. That's what's been happening. So, we think it's fuel delivery. Shoot, I don't even know anymore. This is crazy. So we may try an Edelbroken tomorrow, like I said. Anyway, we'll come back to it. Maybe if I can figure it out, like within the next 10-15 minutes, we'll come back to it and I'll say, hey, magically, blah, blah, blah. I'll probably be changed to a different attire again. because yeah, me and wiring, I mean, we talk, but we're not friends. I'm trying to be. I sent him a friend request and everything, but he ain't having it, bro. Anyway, we'll come back to it, hopefully figure this all out, and then we'll go in more detail. All right, guys and gals, so we're back at the drawing board one more again. We got a brand new little broken carburetor here, eh? Sorry, it's been so cold here, I'm talking Canadian. So we're just going to like open the choke a little bit, you know, and see what we got going on now. Sounds better already. Shoot. Hold on a sec. Where'd my screwdriver go? Since I didn't wire up the choke or any of that, we got a choke hold it open tool right here. And since it is carbureted, just gonna, you know, hold open the choke. Sounds like it'll work, right? Let's just try that guy. And that was loud. Darn it. Come on, man. It just ran really good. You guys saw it. I know you did. Oh, excuse me. Car. If you just... Is that a thing? Can you just not? Can you stay open? Yeah, now we'll go. We hit a little bit of fuelage. Darn it. Man, this thing ran so good a second ago. I was so proud. Now we'll watch a fireball shoot out it, probably. Or that. Come on, man. There was the fireball. So it's got a fire, right? Why? Did we already foul plugs again or something? I didn't change them, by the way. I just, you know, don't believe in that just yet. Maybe we'll just do that and like send it. We'll send some real big fireballs out of it if need be. It's just, that's what's going to have to happen. Maybe we can just, can you just like, maybe that'll, whoop, I don't know. I don't speak Carbonese, man, I'm telling you. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah! We got 50 PSI, baby. Yeah. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Hey, we're good with that. We are super duper good with that. Heck yeah. Okay, so now that we finally got it going, apparently we had too much carburetor. It was only a 670, but it had been jetted. And I know that because it had magical numbers written up on top of it. You know, it says 670 and 65 and it says like 68 or something. I don't speak Hollandese. I don't speak Carbonese. So I just know that that means it's had something magical happen. And this, that was just wonderful. That just made my night, for reals. Even though we've had a heck of a time with this thing just to get it to do that. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm real happy with the 50 PSI. Like I say, that's a stock oil pump. 50's great. And it revved up. That means The cam bearings that I did not even look at are just fine. So that's a plus. And the cam and rod bearing, or crank and rod bearings that I did not look at are also fine, which is a real big plus. And that means the guy that sold me the motor was an honest fella, which is the biggest plus of all. And I was looking, I got, this is not a lie. This is an absolute truthitude. This is the lifter that I pulled out of it. Yep, that guy right there. That's the lifter that I pulled out of this. I replaced no bearings at all, none. I reached out to a Lifeline, said, Delmer, this is what I got. You can check him out over at Herd Main's garage. And I said, look, dude, honestly, all the crap fell to the bottom. And he goes, well, it's kind of your choice, but don't look at the cam bearings because they're going to be bad if you look. So this is the first one that, and probably the only one that won't have enough guts to do that on. Like I say, 50 PSI, stock cam bearings. I actually stock everything except for cam, crank, cam, push rods, valve springs. Yep, that's it. We just did a major cam swap and cleaned it all up, and we're sending it. Now we do have to find out where the frig that oil came from, but I mean, overall, this right here is a big victory. So I'm happy with this. We can now finally post this video of this thing running. Lily is going to be super happy to hear it run. I'm super happy to hear it run, and to see oil pressure. So that I ain't gonna lie about that. It kind of made me a lot bit nervous dumping that kind of a cam in it. And we got a permanent carburetor. We're going to constantly use this and these coils, I believe, for this engine run stand, and probably these manifolds as well. That way, so we have good consistent parts. We know they work until they don't, and then we'll replace them. But nonetheless, this, we cannot wait. We're going to drop that in the IROC very, very soon, in the mix of the 69 project. After we get this Mustang out of here, which I now have no reason not to get started back on it. Dang it. But it's been fun. And next we'll fire up this engine on the run stand sometime. After we put that guy in, we'll fire that one up. That way, so we're ensured that we're putting in good motors that's going to run. And that right there wraps it up, guys and gals. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you guys want more details about the engine run stand and my really sloppy wiring, I'll be more than glad to tell you. I did buy more switches just because I wasn't sure. The main thing is, guys and gals, make sure you throw a fuse into this. At least a 30 amp, mine's a 25, I think. Because if it pops a 25, you know, it's more gooder than a 30 popping, I guess. Just my theory. But anyway, this was the cheapy switch that I got from the Amazonian site. It worked. I can give it it's a Nylite or something like that. So we're gonna call that good to go. Carburetor, finally good to go. That carburetor is a good one. It's just, it's not gonna work for my needs. It's just, and honestly, I did not break it down. It might have stuff built up in it in the idle circuit, I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll get started back on the Mustang and get that thing where the turn signals and all that good jazz work, and finally get it out for this spring. Sound good? Hopefully before spring. We got a lot of body work. But we'll see you guys next time here on Right Turn Garage TV. Y'all have a great one.